What do you do when someone you care about just vanishes? One moment they're there. The next it's like they've stepped into thin air. No goodbye, no explanation, just silence. It's a feeling that can leave you reeling, stuck in that moment when they walked away, replaying every conversation, every laugh, every shared secret. You find yourself staring at your phone, waiting for a message that never comes. Those unanswered texts become a haunting reminder of what was. You question everything. Was it something you said, something you did? Or was it simply that they decided to leave, taking a piece of you with them? The mind is a tricky place. It fills the void with what-ifs and if-onlys. You might even find yourself crafting imaginary conversations in your head, rehearsing what you would say if you had the chance. But the truth is, closure doesn't always come wrapped in a neat package. Sometimes it's messy and painful, and it leaves you grappling with feelings that don't just fade away. Letting go is a process, and it's not linear. Some days, you might feel strong, ready to move on. Other days, the weight of their absence can feel unbearable. You might catch a glimpse of something that reminds you of them, a song, a place, a shared joke, and suddenly you're back in that moment, feeling the ache all over again. It's okay to feel lost. It's okay to grieve the relationship that never got the chance to find its conclusion. Acknowledge the pain, but don't let it define you. Use it as a stepping stone to understand yourself better. What did you learn from that connection? How did it shape who you are today? In the silence, you have the opportunity to find your voice, to reflect on what you truly want and need in your relationships. It's a chance to grow, to heal, and to embrace the possibility of new beginnings. Remember, it's not about forgetting, it's about carrying those memories with you as you move forward. You're not just left with questions, you're left with the strength to seek answers within yourself. There's a unique kind of ache that comes from an unfinished goodbye. It's that lingering feeling, a knot in your stomach when someone you care about walks away without a word, leaving you in a whirlwind of confusion. You replay every moment, every conversation, searching for clues, for signs you might have missed. I remember the laughter we shared, the inside jokes that felt like a secret language. Those moments, now frozen in time, seem to taunt me. Was I blind to the signs? Did I ignore the subtle shifts in our conversations, the way their laughter faded just a bit? It's like watching a movie where the ending is abruptly cut off, leaving you hanging. Desperate for resolution, you start to question everything. Was it something I said? Something I didn't say? The silence that follows their departure is deafening. It's a void that echoes with unasked questions and unresolved feelings. I find myself sitting alone, surrounded by memories that feel both comforting and painful. The photos, the messages, they all become reminders of what was and what could have been. You think about the reasons behind their choice to leave. Was it fear? Was it something deeper? You wonder if they felt trapped, if they were battling their own demons. It's easy to spiral into a cycle of self-blame, to think you could have done something differently. But the truth is, sometimes people leave because they need to, and that's a hard pill to swallow. As I sift through these memories, I realize that closure is not always a luxury we get. Sometimes it's just about accepting the chaos of emotions that come with loss. It's about acknowledging that not every story has a neat ending. We're left with fragments, pieces of a puzzle that may never fit together. But in that chaos, there's also a lesson. Each goodbye, even the unfinished ones, teaches us something about ourselves. They remind us of our capacity to love deeply, to connect fiercely, and to endure. It's okay to feel lost, to feel confused. It's part of being human. So I sit with my memories, allowing myself to feel the weight of the goodbye. I embrace the confusion, the hurt, and the lessons learned. Because in the end, it's not just about the goodbye. It's about the journey we shared, the moments that shaped us, and the strength we find in moving forward, even when we don't have all the answers.
There's a unique kind of ache that comes from an unfinished goodbye. It's that lingering feeling, a knot in your stomach, when someone you care about walks away without a word, leaving you in a whirlwind of confusion. You replay every moment, every conversation, searching for clues, for signs you might have missed. I remember the laughter we shared, the inside jokes that felt like a secret language. Those moments, now frozen in time, seemed to taunt me. Was I blind to the signs? Did I ignore the S?
When someone leaves without closure, it's not just their absence we feel. It's the loss of a part of ourselves that existed in that relationship. We start to spiral, questioning our worth and replaying moments in our minds. We rewrite the past, convincing ourselves that we could have done something differently. Thoughts like, I wasn't enough, or I must have done something wrong, creep in. We start to believe that if we had loved harder or been a different version of ourselves, maybe they would have stayed. But here's the truth. Their leaving is not your fault. Their silence is not a reflection of your value. We often forget that people leave for their own reasons that may have nothing to do with us. Sometimes it's about their journey, their struggles, or their own battles. It's easy to internalize their departure, to wear it like a badge of shame, but that's not the reality. Think about it. Every relationship teaches us something, even the painful ones. They shape us, help us grow, and sometimes they reveal parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. Instead of focusing on what we lost, we can shift our perspective to what we gained. It's okay to grieve the version of ourselves that thrived in that relationship, but we must also honor our own resilience. We are not defined by others' choices. Our worth is inherent, not contingent upon someone else's presence in our lives. So, when those negative thoughts arise, challenge them. Remind yourself that your value is not diminished by someone else's decision to walk away. You are enough, just as you are. Embrace the lessons learned and the strength you've gained. In the end, it's about reclaiming your narrative. You have the power to rewrite your story, to focus on your growth, and to celebrate the person you are becoming. Remember, their absence doesn't erase your light. It can illuminate the path to a brighter future. The hardest part isn't that they're gone. It's that I'm still holding on to memories that play like a broken record in my mind. I can still hear their laughter, the way it would light up a room. I can almost feel their presence like a warm embrace that's just out of reach. I find myself caught in moments that never happened, plans we made, dreams we shared. I replay conversations, wishing I could change a word here or there, hoping it would somehow change the outcome. I remember the last time we spoke. I didn't realize it would be the last. I didn't say everything I wanted to say. I didn't get to say goodbye. Sometimes I catch a whiff of their cologne on a stranger's coat, and it stops me in my tracks. For a fleeting second, I'm transported back to a time when they were right beside me. I can almost reach out and touch them, but then reality crashes in, and I'm left standing alone, surrounded by echoes of what once was. I wait for a message that never comes. My heart races when my phone buzzes, only to deflate when I see it's not them. It's like I'm stuck in this limbo, grieving a ghost, someone who's alive but no longer in my life. I feel the weight of their absence pressing down on me, and it's suffocating. I don't know how to grieve them properly. There's no closure, no finality. I can't attend a funeral or say my piece. Instead, I'm left with this ache, this longing for what could have been. I scroll through old photos, each one a reminder of the joy we shared, but also a reminder of the void they left behind. I try to move on, to let go, but it feels like trying to grasp smoke. The harder I try, the more it slips away. I find myself talking to them in my mind, sharing my day, my struggles, my victories. It's comforting, but it's also a reminder of the chasm between us. I know I should let go, but how do you let go of someone who still exists in your heart? How do you say goodbye when there was never a chance to say hello? It's a battle between holding on and letting go, and every day feels like a new round in a fight I never wanted to be in. I wish I could find a way to honor them, to celebrate the moments we had without being consumed by the loss. But for now, I'm left navigating this complex maze of memories, trying to find a way to grieve a love that lingers like a haunting melody, beautiful yet painfully out of reach. Letting go without closure can feel like an uphill battle, but it's a journey towards self-empowerment and inner peace. One powerful tool in this process is writing a letter you won't send. This isn't about reaching out or seeking a response. It's about giving yourself the space to express your feelings. Pour your heart out on the page. Write about your experiences, your pain, and your hopes. This letter is for you, a way to release what's been bottled up inside. Once it's written, you can choose to keep it, burn it, or even bury it. The act of writing itself is cathartic, a step toward reclaiming your narrative. Next, let's talk about silence. Often, we crave closure from others, but silence can be an answer in itself. It's a reminder that not every question needs a response. Sometimes, the absence of communication speaks volumes. Embrace the quiet. It's a chance to reflect and find clarity within yourself. Understand that their silence doesn't diminish your worth or invalidate your feelings. It's simply a part of your journey, a moment to focus on your own growth. Now, let's redefine closure. Many of us think of it as a final conversation or a neat resolution, but closure can be much more fluid. It's about finding peace within yourself, regardless of external circumstances. It's accepting that some things may never be fully resolved. Instead of waiting for that perfect moment of understanding, start creating your own sense of closure. This might mean acknowledging what happened, learning from it, and then choosing to move forward. It's about taking back your power and deciding how you want to feel. Cutting off triggers is another essential step. Identify the people, places, or situations that pull you back into old patterns or feelings. This doesn't mean you have to sever ties completely, but it's important to protect your energy. Set boundaries that honor your healing process. If certain conversations or environments bring you down, give yourself permission to step away. Surround yourself with positivity and support, and prioritize spaces that uplift you. Finally, showing up for yourself is crucial. This means prioritizing your own needs and well-being. Engage in activities that bring you joy, whether it's a hobby, exercise, or simply spending time in nature. Practice self-care and be your own biggest advocate. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Remember, you are worthy of love and peace, and it starts from within. Letting go without closure is not about forgetting or dismissing your experiences. It's about embracing them, learning from them, and choosing to move forward with strength. Empower yourself by taking these steps and find peace in the journey ahead. They may never come back, and that's okay. I've learned that healing is a journey I take for myself. My heart still beats, and my story isn't over yet. Even when the light feels distant, I can still bloom. I don't need their permission to move on or their apology to feel free. All I need is to show up for myself, to embrace the emotions, and to let go of what no longer serves me. It's in this space of vulnerability that I find my strength, and I choose to keep moving forward. If you're holding on to someone who left without a goodbye, remember this: you mattered. You were real, and your love was profound. They didn't leave because you weren't enough. They left because they couldn't meet you where your love stood. Now it's time to reclaim that love. Embrace yourself, nurture your healing, and let them go. Not with anger or resentment, but with grace. Release your pain like a paper boat on water and watch it drift away. You deserve to move forward, carrying only the love you've given.